So the past keeps getting better, but only in your memory. You talk about the good old days that weren't as good as you remember them. That previous job, that previous relationship, that former escapade, that earlier season. Your mind has been quietly editing out the pain and amplifying the glow and polishing the memory, and the memory polishing the outcome as if they were not miserable enough. Because of that, the present is looking like a hard present, while the past was really harder than the present. This is called the Rosy Retrospection bias. This is bias number 58 in our 225 plus bias series. My name is Dr. Cussons, Africa's premium high performance thinking and strategic execution expert. I hope you're getting value in this bias series. Rosy retrospection is the tendency to remember past events as more positive than they actually were, more positive than the present. You know, the way you remember them softens the difficulties because your memory is not remembering the frustrations. So the fading frustrations are not remembered vividly, and because of that, the good are so amplified. The past are appearing rosier than they were. Reality is not supporting that, okay? Now, the point is, your brain is not a neutral archive. You must know that. Your brain is a flattering editor, trimming the hard parts and brightening the highlights with every passing year. Remember, it can also do that with some issues to the negative. For instance, you could have a relationship that was so nice, but when you leave it, you always hear this. You start becoming very angry about the relationship. You won't remember where the person met you, how the person took you, brought you out, washed you up, and brought you to where you are. But every wrong was amplified and every good was brought down. That's the opposite of rosy retrospection. Okay. Now, there are examples in businesses and examples in relationships. Now, in business, you see somebody who left maybe a corporate job and started entrepreneurship. During the hard time, she started recollecting the perks of the corporate job and forgot that it wasn't nice or nice that is all the way, and that's why he or she left. Yeah, he starts saying things were so much easier then. At least I had steady income, no stress, and all those. He has forgotten the frustration, waking up early, the limited growth, the very reason he left in the first place. So the rosy memory of the past makes his courageous present feel like a mistake. Yeah. So that's why you must know why you are doing whatever you do. Now, this starts tempting him to go back to something that wasn't working and abandon what is actually working. The same in relationships. After a breakup, a person remembers only the warmth, the laughter, remembers the good days, the good old days, and almost none of the genuine incompatibilities that were there when they were in that relationship and the reason that relationship ended in the first place. So the polished memory pulls them back toward the relationship. The full truth would have warned them, you should never go back to this. So they reconcile with their memory, not reconciling with the reality. And that's why when they go back, you see them fall off again. You see people who marry. And, I think it happened with Elon Musk. It has happened with a lot of people. They marry, divorce, go back to the marriage again. And then they also divorce again. Okay? Because the rosy retrospection took them back, but it couldn't sustain that. Now, very important to know that there are fixes, and we always measure on the fixes. That's what we are interested in. What are the fixes? Now, it's very important that you recall the full picture. That's number one. Recall the full picture deliberately. Don't just edit out some things. Be sincere, beyond bias. When the past is glowing, ask the question, what was actually difficult about that time that I'm confidently forgetting? What was it that I am now editing out that was the reason I left this or that? Number two, keep records, journals, notes, and documented reasons, why you are doing what you are doing. It will preserve the truth your memory will edit out later. Consult your journals before you go back. Then number three, compare present reality to past reality. Very important. Don't compare present reality to past memory. Okay? Your edited memory is an unfair competitor for your honest present. Very important to note that the good old days were rarely as good as you remember them. So honor your past honestly. Then don't let a flattering memory, don't let an edited memory talk you out of a present that is genuinely better than the past. Memory flatters the past. Live in the truth of the present. And I want you to share this with your friends who have been romanticizing with the past they were right to live. When was the last time you fed the mind that makes the money? See you tomorrow.